What is introduced is an editing model, a model for editing images with prompt words. This model is called Instruct Pix2Pix. That is this model. The great thing about it is that it is used to edit images. According to the prompt words, you can easily identify this character. Like if I want to change its hair color, I just need to write this prompt word. Change your hair to pink. You can generate this modified image. It is a simple and quick way to modify pictures. This is where he is controlled. You can understand it as modifying the intensity. This, for example, if I adjust it to 3, its modification intensity will be reduced. This can be solved one of the picture modifications. Fine tuning. Then the bottom one is 1.5. This is to control the degree of similarity between it and the original image. If adjusted to 2, basically he might be different. No. Adjust to 1. He will deviate from the original picture. If it is not adjusted, it's completely indistinguishable from the original image, so here usually we just start from E. 1.5 is relatively perfect, right? This is the key point. Control modified trim weights. These are the link. You just briefly introduce. For example, the most important thing is this node. This model must be used with this node to reach it edit. Well, then this just shrinks the picture. Then pass it to him this node, mainly because of his node. And then through the sampler, this sampler. Just separate. In fact, it's the one you usually see put together. Simply together. This is this one over here. This setting is no longer the logical relationship of the CFG you use when drawing. Then there's another one that can be modified by smearing. Here I am, use online. You can just click on the online mirror of my Duana cloud. It's exactly the same as me. If you click on it, it's not exactly the same as mine. That means it hasn't been updated to the latest version yet. I've fixed everything. Run them all without error. Ready to use out of the box. All models are installed. Just use it directly. As for what these links are, you'll learn it yourself while using it. In fact, this tutorial is meaningless. If you want to install locally, you can click on my notes. They all have him here, such as. This is image editing. You click on this image to edit it. There is this model right here. Some introduction, and I changed this picture to this style through prompt words. This is the power of his editing model. Then there's a basic introduction to how to use it. Plus workflow. Download. This is provided for local installation. But I think everything should be run online in the future. Mere usage. There is no need for deployment and installation, etc. Just like using Photoshop for you. You don't need to invent your own link out of Photoshop to use. You just need to learn how to use it. Click and run directly online. Just click this to run it. Drag the picture to the side. Then according to the prompts you need to modify. Just use it. These parameters are the same as when you learn Photoshop. Later, you can learn it slowly while using it. Okay, let's introduce the next one. Disable this first. This workflow is a smear repair. As for this, it's just added one. Adapter IPA is null. In this way, you can accurately modify a certain part through the drawing mode. The advantages of this smear modification, that is, you can use the 1.5 version model. The above can use the 40 model. He does not necessarily say that this modified model he can use CoCell to modify the model. This model is also possible. I will give it a try and show it to everyone. Because the CoS model is also an editing model, you can modify it according to the prompt words. So it depends on this. As for other models, it is also possible. But it does not support modification of other models. So at present, these two are the most powerful in modifying models. This is the course with modifications. Edit. But he modified the effect. Not as good as that, so I don't recommend using. This is. Instead, it is recommended to use this model. This editing model is the best. This. Generally. If you like it, you can use it. That's good. I'll disable it now. This uses the 1.5 model. Or 1.5. Because I want to change it to the effective mask. Then I will click Generate. I won't teach you the link. You will learn during use. For example, here I paint this part of our area. Then if he changes it, except for this part. This is the intensity. If I adjust it to 1, his that's weird. You can clearly see this boundary. Would be weird. So here it is usually adjusted too. Then see for yourself. This way he will be more integrated with his surroundings. Not only does this area remain. Replace data. Of course, the opposite can also be done. What I want to modify is this part. Then I will turn around and put the other parts. Smear. A reverse direction should also be added here. But you can also use nodes. For example, the area I want to modify now is the other way around. Then paint it all over. Got it. Don't paint these. Of course, you can add a node to reverse it, but this is faster. He will only modify this area. Also based on the prompt words, I just want to change it to satin style. Martian style. So this is very powerful for modifying pictures or editing pictures. Just use the prompt word to add smudging. Modify graphics more accurately. Of course, under normal circumstances, you can just use the above accurate enough. Then you can manually control it to modify it like this. So, here. This modification mode is quite practical anyway. Of course, what I recommend is to use the above modification mod. Are you using the current editing model or the cost one? There is this edit model. There is another one just introduced. Instruct Pix2Pix. His editing model was perfect.